looks like I might still end up having issues. I think it might have done it again, but it should be fixed now. Hopefully. I think it is. It is. That's good. That's good. I don't know what happened initially. I might have to. There was, well, we can leave it for now. Alright, everyone. Let's see. Not sure if this is too loud for my voice. But, well, we'll see as time goes on. I tend to speak on like a quiet. Let me check. I'll check. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Okay. There we go. We're all good. We're all good. Hi, everyone. Hope everyone's been doing okay. It's been so long. It's been super long. It's been, super long. A lot happened. I feel like last time I saw you guys, I feel like I'm about to like sing or something. I'm about to sing like Denial is a River. But yeah. Yeah, I feel like a lot happened. A lot happened, but it's okay. It's okay. So, hello everyone. I hope everyone's doing okay. It's been so long and I haven't seen everyone and it makes me so happy. Super duper duper happy to be back. I have been working a lot. I haven't been working on Blender much these past couple of days. Because you guys know I'm a college student, so I can't wait to like. I love, I, I love what I'm doing, but also I can't wait to be done. I can't. Ah, I miss so much, which makes me so sad. I miss so much. Yeah, I'm working better on balance and stuff like that. I'm working better on balance so then I can make sure to stream more often, which would make me so happy. And then I'm also working on covers, original songs. I think my issue is I do everything backwards, so it puts me in like a hard position when I'm trying to do stuff, but it's okay. It's okay. I feel like icky with how things are going. I had like it feels like the craziest week, but it actually was pretty mild. It's pretty mild. Celebrated some birthdays. I which okay, I want a question. What's like someone's like staple cake? Like the cake you love the most, no matter how many times you have it. It's like that one cake that you just always eat all the time. I feel like for like me and my family, it's like cheesecake. Cause like I liked one time, cause one time I really wanted to try carrot cake, but the carrot cake that we ended up getting kind of ruined it for me. To be fair, I think a cake had gone stale. It's like one of those, the stores, because we ended up getting the cake last second, and so we ended up getting the cake, and it was really like stale. Like it had been like sitting out for like a while. I was like, ugh, no bueno, not good. I remember going to that store later, and I think like one of their cakes, I had seen it for 3 months, and that cake was still on shelf. That cake is not good. Toss the cake. Toss the cake. It's not good anymore. I heard it's a fake cake. But it doesn't make sense to have a fake cake with real icing sitting out for over 3 months either. Doesn't make any sense. But yeah, birthdays. What else? You guys saw I've been working on Blender. I was following 2 tutorials. Because the one where you saw the original eyes is separate from the one that I started with, that I ended up using to continue. The one I'm using right now, let me make sure, is from a creator called Shanzo. It's like an unofficial tutorial. I definitely suggest, okay, because when I was doing it and I was following these tutorials, don't follow tutorials. First of all, follow tutorials. But if you're gonna do a tutorial, 2 things. You have to know the basics of Blender yourself at this point. I learned that the hard way. Definitely learn the basics of Blender yourself, because it's like, I don't know what to say. It's like very I don't know what to call it. It'll help you a lot is all I know, because basically I started using the Blender I started using the Blender before learning how, and I was just like, okay, well, I don't understand a lick of what's going on right now. So, what do I do? What do I do? Because then I ended up like following a bunch of tutorials to the point where it was like, okay, well, what do I do? I started practicing some of it myself. Like I feel like a lot of it is learning, doing a lot of tutorials until you know what you're doing, I guess. It was like a lot of that for me, but like I would try to follow the tutorial, which would force me to learn the um shortcuts, because everyone would use the shortcuts. So it's like tab between switching between like object or and edit, or object and, oh my god, I I almost clicked the wrong button. Object and tab, or object and edit, or edit and sculpting. Um, a lot of it also is like forced me to look at other like avenues and aspects of blender too that I wasn't really focused on. I think once I get this down, something else that I want to also try as a possibility is like creating rooms and stuff. Like, because I feel like it would definitely help me if I were to do so. Which I want to just try, purely to kind of try, just to see how it would go. Because I think doing a I feel like, you know what, I might try it. I might see. I'm actually might crash my computer now that I think about it. I have an old computer, so I think if I tried to get it done, I might actually crash my computer. But yeah. Low-key, there's a couple of things I do want to go through with you guys right now. Okay. Also, I saw a car crash. Low-key, it was kind of scary, but it like made me think a lot about stuff. So, yeah. Low-key, I'm not gonna lie. I I was driving because like I was going home because you guys know I was going home to be with my family for the week, and also I wasn't feeling well, so kind of needed it, like a week of like parental medications and like parental people taking care of me. I love being taken care of, what can I say? But I was also sick. So but yeah, I went home, um stopped by my sister. I think I was going to my sister's before going home. Oh my lord. That blasted your ears out now, didn't it? Jesus Christ. That hit my ears. Funny thing is, I didn't even mess with it. I didn't touch it, so the ghost of Christmas past messing with my computer. Ghost of Christmas, or maybe it's a ghost of Christmas future. Who knows? I either I probably just made someone deaf. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. But yeah. Anyways, driving home, saw a car crash happen. It was kind of crazy because it was like very like split second. Like if you it was like if you blinked you would have missed what happened. I'm not gonna lie. Low key, probably traumatized. I'm not gonna It was kind of crazy too because like um I think if I hadn't had to like drive right afterwards because I wasn't with anyone and no one could really drive to come get me either, I had to drive regardless. So it kind of like it's like flooding. Um if you don't know what flooding in it's like a psychiatric term basically to desensitize someone instead of doing it gradually. Like if someone, I think the analogy that was used was basically someone's scared of dogs, you like you'll like put them in a room with like a obviously not a terrifying dog, but like a golden retriever. it kind of floods their systems until their systems realize it's like not dangerous. So I had to drive myself. I cried low key, I'm not gonna lie. It was crazy. It was kind of crazy. Okay, hold on. But like, I cried a little bit. I was like, okay, it's okay. It's okay. I started singing and I was like crying and I was like, it's so gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Low-key, it was like, I knocked sense into myself too because I was like, I need to like, I need to pull myself together. I had to pull myself together too. Yeah, I am not an ER girly. I'm gonna tell you that right now. the ER is not meant for me. ER is not meant for me. This girl likes to keep her stuff to herself. Definitely. Definitely. Oh my gosh. Second. Okay, so something that I did want to work on, I wanted to do on stream too, was I wanted to do Singing March because I ended up missing so much of it because of my classes. But I think next time I'm just gonna do everything a cappella. Wow. I'm trying to find the post first. Let me find this thing because I'm trying. Where did it go? Speaking of which, okay, I found it! I found it! I found it! Yay, 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 yay! Okay, I found it. No, it's fine. Yeah, Kiri. Kiri? What? I actually don't know how to pronounce her name. I'm sorry. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up. Window X. Wow. You know what? Wow, there we go. Let's scoot this over though. Wow, there we go. Matter of fact, I'm gonna scoop me over. Here we go. You focus on this, and I'll scoop myself over. There we go. See? I want to click the image specifically. Why? There we go. A lot easier to see. Oh my god, I'm frozen. There we go. look like I'm looking off to the side. Wow. There we go. Hello. Hello. Okay. Yay. Okay. This right here. This right here. This right here. So, obsessed with recently. As you guys know, I think I posted it on my thing. I posted this one. I couldn't sing it in Japanese. It's such a beautiful song. It's from Cosmic Girl Kaguya. Yes, Cosmic Girl. Cosmic Princess Kaguya. And it's the song Starry Sea. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna turn off. Okay, BGM's getting turned off. Okay. I love the song in Japanese. If I could sing in Japanese, I would. Oh my gosh, my computer's hot. But, like I was saying, a song goes, I've waited for you, can't believe we finally met. It must have been 1,000 years, and I never wanna lose you so. Just close your eyes and don't let go. Oh, I've loved that song. So good. I wish I could sing it. I don't think I wish. I think the one thing is too. Hey now, if you listen real close, can you hear the sound of stars falling down all around us? Look now, come on closer, listen up. Da, 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 da. I love this song so much. It makes me so happy when I watch it. It's super pretty. Okay, I watched this with one of my roommates too. It's literally one of the I think low key. It's a really good movie, and if more people watch it, it's like I will say Netflix has stepped up. It's like its animation section definitely, especially with a new wave of I feel like proud anime fans like coming. They're like stepped up their animation and their voice acting characters and stuff like that. They've voice acting is I feel like it's never really been their problem, but like a lot of their animation, they've really stepped it up. The only thing I'm worried about, Netflix has a problem where it likes canceling its shows. So I'm like, they'll just like get rid of stuff. So I hope a lot of people start watching this because it was amazing. I really love it. And it definitely speaks to, I feel like, VTuber culture because um it's I would say it's similar to Belle actually. If you've watched Belle, I'm wondering if Belle was also done by Netflix. Let me see. I want to check that. Was Belle also done by Netflix? Let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see. Yeah, it's on Netflix, but it was created by Studio. Oh, they might have been created by the same studio too. Okay, no wonder they're very similar. If you don't know, oh my god, I turned on it back on. It's been, oh my god, I didn't realize it's been so long. Oh my god. Okay. That symbol. But a couple years ago, 2021, it was Belle. Belle was a reimagining of the story, if you don't know, obviously, Beauty and the Beast. Belle from Beauty and the Beast. Cosmic Princess Kaguya is a retelling of Japanese's oldest story and like modern version, and low-key, I think this might become a really staple thing that they do, because I've liked both so far. Both songs have, if you don't recognize, I think Nana Asteria and Ninoma Inonas Ninoma Ina from Hololive English and Nana Asteria both sing this song in their respective 3D lives. I don't remember which one. I think Nana Asteria recently in her most recent 3D live, and Ina in a past birthday live, if I'm pretty sure. It's a really pretty song. They sung You. It's a song that I also want to cover eventually, because the virtual world that they're in is called You. I wonder if anything ever happens like that. I feel like a lot of people would want to try it. No? I wonder if a lot of people would end up with the same character that they got. It's like, let's see. Cosmic Princess Kaguya is like normal VTubing. I feel like, take Vroid for example. If you haven't used Vroid before, when you first make an account, you get to choose like the settings of your character, and you enter into reality, which is it's like own virtual world, right? That's how I feel like that's more like similar to Cosmic Princess Kaguya. And then you would be like if someone scanned you and they were to create a virtual character for you, it would decide based on your features what type of character you would be. I want to know, it's like if you took a personality test. I feel like this is what it is. It would be like if you took a personality test and use that to design your VTuber. Like if you took a personality test and it told you what type of VTuber you should be. Like an animal. I was gonna say animal or a kitsune. I was gonna say one of those and then it mushed together my brain. But an animal VTuber versus a kitsune, or like if you should go more traditional VTubing, or if you should go more towards or like more towards like just live, or would you prefer video content versus live streaming, like what type of platform and stuff like that. It's not all of that, but it's more like specifically what type of character would you be if someone took your personality test right now, gave you a personality test. I keep getting told to be an animal VTuber, so maybe you guys will just see me become a dragon one day, because that's what a lot of people seem to think I am, like, right off the bat. Which, to be fair, I don't mind. I love dragons. Okay. Which reminds me, there's this TV show that I saw, and I watched like a like like those stories where they basically give you a rundown of like a season of the show or like a movie or something. I love those, by the way. I stopped watching them as much, but I was like, okay. I watched it because I was like intrigued. Okay, why not? And then I never saw it again. I looked on to find it. Basically, what happened was I don't know what happened. Basically, what happened? I don't know what happened. In this show, a bunch of animals start being born. Bunch of humans start being born with like animal features. For example, this kid was born. There was a baby that was born, and instead of a human nose, she had like a tiny elephant nose. Which, by the way, the half animal, half like babies looked super, super cute. Oh my god. They looked so adorable. Um, I feel like I was like, they look super, super cute. But then, like, the issue is they were the minority. I think it was a whole thing. I think some government, it's like, as always, some like government experiment gone wrong, and it just like affected populations of people. And so now there is like some humans born normal, some humans born with animal features. And basically, what happened was a bunch of people started hunting down the the kids. So like this kid was born with animal features, and his dad and his mom took him to live in the wilderness so that he wouldn't be hunted. It's very it's a crazy story. I could be telling it wrong, honestly. I am terrible at retelling things that happened, I'm not gonna lie. I'm terrible at retellings. But I try. But I try. But I try. But yeah, I I couldn't believe honestly when I hmm, honestly I could believe. I could believe because you like I feel like um I feel like if it were to happen, it'd be like some super soldier shit gone wrong or something. Like they tried to switch a chromosome to make like it's like you know how if you haven't watched the newest Jurassic Park movie where basically in the movie obviously as always human nature at this point I kind of expected it, look, no, I'm not gonna lie, eventually to happen, but basically, after the dinosaurs were released, some were captured, and this dude started using it to do genetic testing to create a different species, more, as always, they're trying to, like, upgrade the dinosaur species, and so they started modifying the dinosaur so that it could become a weapon of war, and they were gonna sell it to highest bidder, of course, James Bond-esque, James Bond villain type stuff. James Bond villain type stuff. And basically, of course, bro, The dinosaur had a mind of its own. Okay, like it's kind of crazy how people didn't expect it at this point, because you had Jurassic Park, which is the first one. First three, which were like about the actual Jurassic Park that the person created on one island. Then someone said, you know what? We messed it up, but we can try again. And they created Jurassic World. So they took some of those dinosaurs. They said, let's move them to this one. Okay. They were like, well, we need bigger, we need better. So they genetically modified a dinosaur that learned, by the way, to, let me ask you this. What are we doing? Genetically modifying anything at this point? Because we're like on the cusp of just creating like the wildest stuff. I'm not gonna lie. Because to create a more like creative animal, also at this point in time, they were already looking into ways to use dinosaurs as like basically government weapons. And so, okay, by the way, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched any Jurassic Park movie ever created, but yeah, he's training these raptors to become government operatives. He knows that, but he just loves training them in general because he does see them as like, I think the issue a lot with a lot of this is, regardless of whether or not what the purpose of something is, people will always hold some attachment to certain things. Like, for example, I feel like it depends too. Like certain things, I feel like people just have a closer attachment to animals than we realize. And some people have closer attachments than they realize, and they don't really realize it until like much later. I've always had like this a thing with animals. Not like that. I meant like, I think I've like always loved animals. I think my first job I wanted to be was like a zoologist or a veterinarian. Which would be really, really fun. Because I wanted to like specialize too in like the craziest types of animals. Because there's not that many. So, but I think that's just something I'll work on later on if I decide to. It'd be so much fun too. Because there's not a lot of people who do like birds or snakes or like rats and like ferrets and stuff around where I live. So it'd be like really fun. Or horses. Wild horses. Let me explain. Horses are obviously, at this point, I feel like horses are not a common pet, but like you're more likely to see a horse than not. I feel like a horse is, I don't know, it's like middle ground, right? It's like a horse is like middle ground pet. It's like not common enough that you would see it every day, but it's Jesus. But it's not uncommon, you know? Like, if you were to guess what type of pet someone had, I feel like I would, like, I first would my first couple of pets would obviously be like that dog, cat, maybe a rabbit, maybe a rat or mouse or hamster of some kind. But like after that, I feel like horse is at least top 10 like animal guesses. I don't know why, but a tortoise came to mind. A tortoise definitely came to mind. Okay, I feel like top 10 animals I've most likely seen people obviously dog or cat is gonna be number 1. A rodent of some type, so hamster, rat, maybe a journal, guinea pig. Then my head immediately goes to snake, tortoise, rabbit or bunny, and horse. Why is a tortoise one of my animals? I have no clue, I'm not gonna lie. Tortoise just is. A tortoise just is at this point. Why a tortoise though? Oh, 2? Okay. Other uncommon pets that I would love to see. Hedgehogs. They're the freaking cutest. But the amount of care that they need is a lot. A lot. In certain states you can own certain animals. You just need to make sure you have the license to own them. Some states just require you to have the license to own, which neither here nor there for me. If you can take care of the animal, you can take care of the animal. But why are we holding wild animals? I think, like, let me explain. Like, I think one of my friends said, like, someone she knew took a raccoon from outside. Not a baby raccoon. It was like a teenage raccoon. And she just kept it. No license, no nothing. She just decided to keep a raccoon. The raccoon basically stayed with her, obviously, because free food is free food. So the animal, free food is free food. You get shelter, free food, and this raccoon is getting princess treatment, I'm telling you. Don't take random animals off the side of the road. Like, the animal was not injured either. It wasn't injured. It kind of just like came up to her. She was like, you know what? This is mine now. So, you know what? It's hers now, I guess. It's hers now. It's kind of crazy. I kind of badass in a way, but also I would never. The amount of diseases, like, yes, they're not like the dirtiest animal, and I feel like dirty isn't the thing. I feel like they're not the animal that you could get like the biggest amount of bacteria from, but also I just wouldn't risk it. I think it's probably because I get sick too easily, so I would like I would just catch something and just not know. Um, Wait, what other animals are there? I'm gonna search this up. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna find out. Let's see. I'm just gonna search up uncommon animals people own. Obviously, if someone owns a jaguar, I'm not gonna count that because not everyone is gonna do. Flying squirrels. So, oh my gosh! I don't know why I didn't think about chinchillas. Chinchillas are like actually, they're like uncommon common type animals. I feel like a lot of people would do. Let's see. Frogs too. Definitely people would own frogs. Hedgehogs was definitely one of them. Sugar glider. It's a sugar glider, that's what it was. Oh, goats. I feel like do farm animals count? Obviously, I feel like farm animals should count as pets because if you own a farm animal, that farm animal is technically your pet as long as you don't see it as like a food source. Snakes. Oh my god, how did I forget about lizards? Cold-blooded, lovely creatures. Tarantulas, so spiders. Okay. I skipped a couple of the ones that I saw because some of them didn't make sense. To me, obviously. Some of the ones, it says legal to own. Goats, obviously. But, okay. Fennec fox. Fair. Genet. Which looks like a mix. This looks like a mix between, like, some sort of cat, dog, and, like, rodent. I'm not gonna lie. Can squeeze through any space big enough for their head to fit through. So they're a cat. More cat than anything. Thank you. Thank you. It's also a type of rodent that easily bond with their owners. Cute. Horned frog, which makes sense. Kinkajou was the next one. Very cute. Axolotl, Wallaroo, Serval, and a capybara was on the list. I don't know who's owning. I feel like. Oh, insects too. Just insects in general, I feel like would make people would probably have as pets. Like beetles, and not just that. I've seen people own ants. Like a colony of ants. Which is a lot more common than I think a lot of people would realize. I don't think I've ever. I would be too scared that I'd break something and then all these ants would end up like everywhere. That shit would scare the hell out of me. I don't care if I raise ants. The second I see an ant outside of its container, it's getting the treatment of any bug that I see that's not where it's supposed to be. Just because I wouldn't be able to tell it from any other type of bug, I feel like. I know, I feel like ants too. Ants too. Like, you know, like the ant farms that people have. A lot of people have ant farms, and I feel like that would definitely change a lot. I feel like that too. Okay, also, going back to like rodents, anytime I hear hamsters is that I feel bad for hamsters because I've never heard of an hamster dying of natural causes. I've never heard of it. There's always some type of crazy thing that happened to the hamster. Also, okay, I need to make sure, like, I want to check if this is true or not, but like, is it true that how hamsters can get so excited they just like explode or something? I think, which I also think is kind of crazy because, like, what do you mean? Okay, well, it is true. Like, their basically said their cardiovascular system couldn't handle the over excitement or stress, and basically they just die of happiness or stress. I think if I were to pick a specific I feel like if I were to have to pick a specific animal, I feel like top 5 are usually dog and cats, purely because more common makes it easier to get insurance on your animals, especially with there not being a lot of insurances out there regardless. I feel like there is quite a bit, but most of them tend to be like dog cat based. And even then, they tend to be differ based on the breed of cat or breed of dog that you choose, because obviously certain breeds are predisposed to different health conditions. Like a wiener dog is gonna have back problems eventually because their spine is just sagging to the point where it can they can accidentally dislocate their spine and stuff like that. Pugs have breathing problems. And then certain dogs, because they're seen as more aggressive, they just naturally have higher rates purely because of just dog breed type. Cats, same thing. Certain cats just have higher are just predisposed to certain health conditions like heart conditions, breathing conditions, and things like that. But it would make it easier to be able to get insurance on them overall, I feel like, compared to other animals. Next, it's a top 2 tie between a dog and a cat. Next, top 5, the next 2, it's a tie between a guinea pig and a rabbit. Both of them are very cute, and both of them require similar space. A guinea pig, purely because of how big it is, I feel like depending on what size and stuff you get, you can, I feel like, too. Okay, damn it. See, at this point, I'm just gonna choose I'm not even gonna choose breeds. I'm just gonna choose section of animals, right? That then it kind of messes everything up too if I decide to do that. Cause yeah, no, I'm gonna keep what I said. Well, I thought about a rat once too. Very cute, very friendly, amount of space needed too. Rodents in general are very cute as well. However, if anyone were to, I feel like, well, I could also just keep it in my room, but I wouldn't want to. I feel like that's what it is. I feel like that's what it is. Because, I also want to choose an animal breed like I said, one of my roommates, I have a roommate, the same roommate that I watch movies with, she has a cat. I would be safer I feel like I would feel better playing with a guinea pig near the cat, purely because I would be able to see it at all times, even if it was near the cat, so I would be able to stop anything if anything did start and remove it, versus like any smaller animal, because it would just make it way harder to see, right? In general, I feel like too, like other, like cats, obviously animals don't get along in general, but it'd be just better in terms, I guess, of just like not bringing around something that's small and runs around, especially like because of the size of the cat. I think a guinea pig would be safe. A guinea pig would be safe since it's on the bigger side, just in general. But I feel like a rat or any type of smaller rodent would be eaten, honestly. So I just don't want that. In my room, I feel like it would be fine, but outside of my room, I really wouldn't want to. And I want to be able to bring like whatever pet I have just around in general. So, which makes sense, obviously. I think I saw someone too, like they just had their pet ferret just on their shoulder and they carried it around school. Their campus once. I saw it. It was really cool. So yeah, definitely dog, cat, and taking 1 and 2, 3, 4. Definitely a rabbit and a guinea pig. And then I guess I'd have to do I guess I would have 5 as a ferret. A ferret, which is fairly uncommon too in terms of pets, but in terms of the way they act, the way they be in terms of behavior and like musculoskeletal system and body system, taking them to the vet would be easier. Even for vets that don't really do more exotic-ish pets. They're not really exotic in a way, but they're like less common. It's not like a pet you'll see every day, but it is definitely more likely to be seen than any other type of pet. Like any other type of similar pet, I would guess. I wonder if they also count as rodents, which would make sense too. But in terms of behavior, they act more similar to cats and dogs. But yeah, the criteria I'm basing this off of is basically a couple of things. what I'm basing it off of is, okay, one, I live in an apartment. Two, can I take this animal places? Like, if I were to cross borders, would I need a permit, or would I need to like check to make sure this animal can cross state lines? Like if I were to go somewhere, is this pet also easy to take care of? Is this like a pet that I can be like, hey, can you watch this pet for me? Because I don't want to worry about it, right? Can I do that? If I can't do that, like obviously I'm not going anywhere. I take like this one trip that I have with like my family every year. So if I were to be gone, would like someone be able to actually take care of the animal for me? Would it be easy to take care of? Would there be any like extra things they would have to do for this pet? Like, would I be able to hold that in like account, right? So that insurance, so it's obviously like lifestyle, place, insurance, and like how easy they are to like how easy it would be to like manage the pet in terms of like stuff like that. Wow. For like, because this is like both to like mine and the animal's benefit too, I guess, in a way, because for a cat, cats are pretty self-sufficient, I feel like, too. If you're able to like for a dog or a cat, like the dog would need to be walked, obviously. Dogs need exercise. A cat also needs exercise as well, but it's something that can be done indoors while a dog would have to be outdoors. How big? I feel like how big the dog also, I guess, is it in kind of question, because obviously I'm not getting like a really big dog. I feel like medium to small. Medium to small. I feel like biggest dog I would kind of go for isn't even really that big, I guess. It's like medium small-ish. Like a medium-ish small. Like Australian Shepherd size. Australian Shepherd. Low-key, that's like pretty. Even that might be a little big too. But like, yeah, around that size. Around that side. Size. Around that size. And smaller. I think I prefer a smaller dog. I think a smaller dog, definitely. I think when I was looking at it, I was like, Yorkie, French Bulldog. Something that I could like walk around with for a little bit too. And then I would also have to take into account weather. Definitely weather as well. Because too, when you like think about it too, let's see. Like cats, dogs aside, let's look at like rabbits and stuff. Rabbits, I feel like pretty self-sufficient in a way. Like I feel like as long as you have a big enough area for it, I feel like I could like maybe dedicate a small corner of my room for like just it to move around. Would it be fine? because it would be able to stretch its legs, right? It'd be able to stretch its legs and like hop around. It'd be able to eat, drink, take care of itself type of stuff. It's not something, it's like a type of animal that someone could come in, check to make sure it's still, like, it's still kicking, it's still breathing, it's still eating, it's still sleeping, and its heart still works. And so it wouldn't really, like, be much for someone, because, like, you wouldn't really need to stay. It would be like a knock knock, look at it type thing. Honestly, it's like that type of animal I feel like a camera. You could use a camera for, and you would be able, it would be just fine by itself for like a week. And then, what else? I feel like a guinea pig, very much similar in this matter. You just like need to make sure it's still kicking. It's still eating, sleeping, breathing. Its blood is still circulating. Circulating. Then it's fine. And then I feel like for last one, which is a ferret, it might need some time out, but it would be like around my room. So it's something that would be like able to like move around my room. It would just need a bigger play area type of stuff. Like take it out of its cage, let it run around for like an hour before putting it back. So yeah, I was like, I don't know. The issue too is certain animals need a buddy. Like, they'll die of loneliness if you're not around much. And I think ferrets are that type of creature too. But like, I don't want to become. It's like when you when they recommend when you get a dog, is if you do want to have two of the same breed, you don't get um dogs are one from the same litter, because it makes you like the other. Like they'll see themselves as like a family unit, and then they'll see you as an like an outsider type of thing. That's the one thing I'm worried about. I don't want to get like two ferrets that are like probably that are from like the same thing, and maybe like a year or so apart too. Ones that are also, I don't know if you need. I think I saw what happened was basically someone got um two cats from the same litter. However, the cat is like, one was like a female, one was a male, and they did end up just breeding regardless because they never got them neutered or spayed. Which, don't do. If you don't want little kittens running around the same way you don't want, if you don't like having little children running around, get your animal spayed. Get your animal spayed. Two, animals are indeed animals. They still have instincts. So be careful with like breeding periods and times like that. If you do want to do it, if you are someone who wants to do it, obviously health health of the matter obviously comes first. I feel like if I were like to get an animal, I feel I like how it went from singing to breeding animals somehow. I'm gonna remove this from the screen. We'll pause. we'll pause this temporarily. We can look at this in a bit. But yeah, so okay. Let's even look at like animal. Like, let's look at breeds then, I guess. I feel like specific I don't wonder. Ferrets are ferrets. I feel like it just depends on whether or not you would want a long hair, short hair, and that type of stuff. There we go. I feel like, in my opinion, see, the thing is too, I want short hair. Short hair animals, because while I think grooming is a very nice way to bond with your animals, if the animal has trouble taking care of itself, like, I'm worried, because I would be worried about, like, if you, as long as you do it, like, at certain times, like, let's see, a rabbit. If I were to get a rabbit, like, some basic care things, like, obviously its teeth, its eyes, its spine, and stuff like that. But like, if I were to get a long-haired rabbit, definitely I would have, if I get any long-haired pet, it's really nice bonding. It is definitely really nice bonding, just like brushing it. But I feel like you could do that with a short hair. Medium hair. Medium hair, I feel like wouldn't be too bad, but definitely not long hair. I feel like it would get tangled. It would get tangled really easily, especially depending on the breed. Because I know some breeds of cats also have curly hair. As a curly hair girly myself, if you're gonna be jumping and doing somersaults inside your cage, curly hair is not gonna help you in that situation. Purely because it'll get so tangled so fast. Like, obviously, curly hair gets tangled faster, and then too, on top of that, I would say, on top of that, like, it's kind of like definitely some maintenance of long hair too. You would need to trim it every so often, and let's just say I'm not the best barber. I'm not the best trimmer. I could learn. But I'm not gonna hack my rabbit's fur into something it's not supposed to look like. So, I don't trust. I trust that I would have a vision, but I don't trust myself to carry out that vision. In terms of like animal hairstyling, I wouldn't trust myself to carry out that vision. I would definitely try, but I'd be like, ooh, ooh. I feel like it's like when a girl cuts her bangs and they go, "Yep, I cut way too much." I saw this I saw this girl cut her bangs too. If you don't know, when you cut your bangs, let it hang naturally the way it would if you were hanging. And you cut at least 3 inches, I would say 3 inches less. Like, so keep 3 inches more than where you would want it to be at. So if I were to like let's say I wanted to cut my bang right here, the one that goes right in front of me, like my face right here, this one on my nose. If I'd wanted to cut that to like my eyebrows, I would first cut it to like my eyelashes. See where it lands and be like, okay, do I want it shorter or is it good where it is? And you never pull your hair. I saw this girl pulled her hair on top of that and she cut it right at the length. It ounced up. If I were to do that, like if I yanked it down and then cut it at my eyebrows, it would end up middle of my forehead, which I think where it was on her. And I think one girl too, she cut less because she eyeballed it. Never eyeball it. I think what I would recommend is like definitely what you do, see where you want to cut it and stick a rubber band, like put something there so it's like scrunched up in that area and cut below it. Don't never cut above it. Cut below it. Hold it, cut below it. Eh, like makes your life a whole lot easier if you're not cutting your hair at your eyebrows at some point. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Oh my god. Make me super duper. God, that would be. I'm not gonna lie. This is. So, what are some other things? Like, speaking of which, have you seen doll customizations, by the way? I feel like a lot of people, it's become more aware of the way things are, I guess. The way things are. But like more aware. VTuber space has definitely become more aware of doll customizations, I think. Because Moonlight Jewel, I think the first ever doll customization video I saw was from Delightful, which got me into wanting to do it. And she showed us how to do custom ones. Then I got into Moonlight Jewel and saw ball custom, uh, B- BJDs, so ball jointed dolls, where basically the joints mimic actual joints like you have on your human body, so you can pose the dolls. And I actually wanted to try it, so I got a bunch of clay and was gonna bake it, except I could never get the head right. It was always slanted or lopsided, and I would get so upset that I gave up. I wish I didn't give up, but I also would have like burnt my house down, being serious. How as I was as a kid, like I feel like I would have like set a timer, forgot, and I would have burnt my house down. You know, like that. Unlike the girl in the photo, I would not be very happy with like my house up in flames as a kid. But I definitely wanted to try it. I feel like it's definitely still something that I want to try. I feel like it would be really cool to get you know what would be really cool? I think would be trying it, because what she did to create the doll, because obviously one, your doll can't be clay all the way through. The inside of the clay wouldn't heat up, so it would stay moist. It would create all types of bacteria. Two, it needs to be hollow on the inside for that reason, and also because you need to like stick strings through it to obviously make sure that it stays together, right? Like, let's see. For between the head and the feet, like you need to create loops and loop them through so that there's tension, so that it stays together and it's not like loose dangly pieces like it's a puppet. Because you see, like if you were to put a puppet on the ground, it would kind of just like slump, right? But if you were to put a ball jointed doll with like the correct looping and stuff, you would be able to set it down and it might like fall, but it would stay in the same position that you put it down in. Like the hands would stay where you place them, the feet would stay in the same position. It just like won't be, depending on how you put it down, it might just fall over or something, right? And so I really wanted to try it. So like you ball up a bunch of aluminum foil. That was it too. My mom thought I was wasting aluminum foil. Because I would make it a bunch and I'd pack it. And then you'd have to cover it with the clay and kind of like scope it out. There also are ones where they have she like refurbishes like old dolls, so she'll just have like, this is delightful by the way, she has like a bucket full of just of just different dolls in general, where she'll just kind of revamp it by either when she creates it, like she'll do doll customizations. So basically the doll is already set. Usually it's a Monster High doll, because the older versions, not the newer versions, the older first generation versions had more joint movement. I think elbow, which a lot of people kind of look for in it, but like knee joints, hip joints, arms, like at your shoulder, like the normal basic ones that people specifically tend to want at least is shoulder, hip, elbows, and knees, at least. Which is why I wanted to create my own ball jointed doll, because for ball jointed dolls, it has wrist joints as well. There was this person, actually, I loved watching the videos because there is this creator that would create different ball jointed dolls that were like 16 inches tall, so like more than a foot tall, and they would create them so that they had like individual, they sometimes I think there was one I saw that had individual finger joints, which is crazy to think about, because like that's a lot of work, by the way, if you don't know, because you'd have to loop every single finger thing, and then you'd have to loop the hand all the way through the arm to the shoulder, past the shoulder to like center. Because the amount of looping, by the way, it's not easy. You have to create so much tension to do it too, and you have to, usually what most people end up doing is, it's obviously not one size fits all, so you have to cut the string yourself, tie it so to a point where it won't like a little tug won't undo the entire knot, and then you have to loop it, which is also usually really hard. I think what she would do is she would stick a stick through it too, so that it wouldn't fly back through the other side, which I thought was super funny. I think next stream I'll probably do the um I'll make it like an it doesn't really matter. Next stream I'll do the karaoke. I'll do like a karaoke using the March calendar. What was today supposed to be, anyways? It's in front of my face. It's in front of my face. Let's see. What was today's? Today is the 24th. Oh, today's boy bands. Okay. Let's see. The song I would choose is probably "I Want It That Way." Is that a guarantee? No. You know what other song comes to mind? "Save Me." "Save Me" by BTS. "Save Me" by BTS. Which is an older one of their older songs, I would definitely say. It's like, I wonder, it was before Blood, Sweat, and Tears, probably. Mm. I, think it was. I don't remember, honestly. But, great songs. Underrated. Okay. Also, on top of that, I was thinking, too, about, like, going back to the BJDs. Okay, the Baldwin, so with two, like, a Baldwin to doll customization, I think he had, like, different wigs for different characters. So, with the customization, she would, like, wipe off the face with, like, acetone, and she'd redraw the faces on it, and she'd repaint it, too. Like, if you were to, like, just, like, create my character as, like, into a doll, and I have shoulder joints, elbow joints, like wrist, like, let's say let's say I have all the joints I need. So I have my shoulder, elbow, wrist, no individual fingers. I have hips, knees, ankles, no individual toes, obviously. Like, individual toes would weird me out. I feel like individual toes would weird me out, which is, like, I feel like that's low-key a little unfair. Give your toes some love. But, like, because, like, if you think about it, it's like, fingers, it's fine because people are like, well, it's your hand, so obviously, like, to grab stuff and stuff. But, like, never your toes. Never your toes. But what do you stand on? You stand on your feet, and your feet have toes. Why not give individual love to your toes? Hmm? No toes? No toes? I feel like it just looks weird. Maybe it's just like look in the overall. I think what I usually see too, it's usually just shoulder, elbow, hips, knees. Then with feet, what they usually do is the one with the specific one that I saw that I was really impressed with. They had magnets so you could switch out the hands and switch out the feet for specific shoes or for the specific outfit. Like, if the outfit had, like, heels on it, you could switch out the feet so that it'd be shaped for, like, the heel. Or, and I feel like that too, I feel like detachable feet is low-key kind of risky. Detachable feet is low-key kind of risky. But detachable hands make sense. Changing, like, the hands for different poses and things like that. Definitely. I find it very cute. I would definitely say check out Moonlight Jewel though. Definitely check out Moonlight Jewel. Moonlight Jewel, I would say, is one of the. I love her more recent. I love her doll videos because, which I hope to do one day. By the way, I want to be able to create a like doll custom. Maybe one day. It'll be like farther in the future, much farther in the future type thing, where I'm able to do it because I feel like it would be so much fun. Because you would just what you would do is 3D print. Depends on the 3D printer. I think right now she uses a liquid one, so it makes everything like kind of okay. Cause the thing is though, the difference is if you have like a filament printer, one that prints line by line, you would have to smooth it out yourself in a way. But then if you had one like hers where it's like this, you would have the liquid, let it sit, and you'd have to cure it for a little while so it would make sure that like it's actually dry and stuff. But I feel like that one too is also kind of better in a way. It costs a lot more. It definitely costs a lot more, but also what is it? It costs a lot more, but also it kind of like takes a lot of like the issues out of the process, you know. As long as you make sure, I think she usually gets like what she'll do is she'll get the schematics given to her, like, oh, if she wants the character to have ears or these types of eyes, she'll just like create the character to do so. And then she'll make the wig herself. Like she'll make the character's wigs, shoes, dress, like all that type stuff, which is like super duper cool, by the way. She's created furniture too with the help of some family members as well. If you're into like people just creating like crazy stuff too, I think one of the ones I saw too, she created a house for like her Monster High. She did a redesign of Monster High dolls, and she created individual rooms for them that she created herself. She created a Polly Pocket house herself. She does a bunch of stuff. And she does like really big customizations too. I think there was one, it was like a 16-inch. There was one doll that was massive, by the way, that she created. Honestly, it could have been a kid. Literally, the doll was so big, it could have been a kid. It was getting to. Okay, I feel like certain sizes of dolls need to be. Dolls have to be under human size for me to be like okay with them. Sometimes because like it cannot stay in my house if this doll I feel like could get up and start walking on its own. It could move like a kid. Because why is your doll like as big as like low key, like, by the way, I'm not hating on the doll. The doll was pretty. She created like the prettiest dolls. She creates the prettiest dolls, and she is so specific when she looks at different character designs, and I think that's what she did. It was done in partnership with a game of some sort. I think it was Genshin Impact actually. I was like, honestly, really pretty, really pretty. But like, don't you get worried at night? Like, those dolls' eyes are just gonna flutter open like this. And you're gonna be like, one second you'll be looking up, and the next second, you'll just see your soul. Like, I don't want that type of. I don't want that type of doll in my house. If you guys don't remember, I hate horror. I can't stand horror. I don't like it. my roommate's been trying to desensitize me, which has definitely been working. However, I also haven't looked at anything horror related in a week, so like I don't know what people expect, but I'm gonna tell you, not me. Not me. I feel like if I feel like for me, it has to be normal doll size. Like current Monster High dolls. It also, if you're a fan, okay, like this is like getting me super heated. Not heated, like mad, but like actually heated is mad. Okay, super excited. If you don't know, Monster High started a series called Collectors because they wanted to keep a bunch of their old fans who loved their previous dolls while also creating new fans, right? Because it's a new generation. Things are creating new generations. Everyone's creating new generations. There's a new generation of My Little Pony, Monster High, like even with TV shows like Saved by the Bell, they started reboots for that. So, and even I would say Wednesday, like a lot of shows that had different movies attached to them, with the different shows, they were created for like newer generations. So, a new generation of like watchers, listeners, and viewers. So, they did that, and they were looking at, they started creating collectors. So I think they started creating like the daughters of other monsters, right? Or just other they started creating other outfits for the other characters in the designs of those ones. I think one of the more recent ones they even did too, they did a collab with Cat's Eye. They had the prettiest dolls too. I think honestly, if I were to become, let's see, I feel like it'd be very interesting to reimagine current VTubers into what it would look like as them being like Monster High dolls. I feel like that would be really cool. Cause like Monster High was a like really close. I don't know how to say it. I would say it was like very fashion focused. It was like a fashion focused, edgy type of clothing. And I think one thing people are like always, if you are looking at a Monster High design, look at the shoes. The shoes always eat. The shoes are like Louis Vuittons. They step on people and people say please. So they act like most VTuber fans when they bring out feet. It's just like whoever designed this, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But like like I think if you look at it, you know, Iron Mouse's like parts, like humo cyborg type design, he like cyborgish type design where she like um like the arm and the monster shoes and stuff like that. I feel like it'd be super cool. It'd be so interesting. Okay, I feel like low key, someone needs to do that. I want someone to reimagine Monster High, like VTubers into like a Monster High type of setting. Because then, similar to that, off of that, there's Ever After High, and Ever After High was created with the similar type of a similar type of design where it's the sons and daughters of monsters and beasts of different like fairy tales, specifically fairy tales. And it was really interesting because basically what was found was that Monster High and Ever After High, they're like in the same universe. They're like different worlds, same universe. Really cool because there's one specific character, Cupid, and who I think that's what they used to kind of show that this was possible too, was she crossed from Ever After High to Monster High and created that kind of connection between the worlds. I also think there is books, like a book series of like 3 books out where Monster High and Ever After High characters basically cross paths. As someone who watched both, I low-key miss it. I wonder how it would have ended if it had the chance to grow before Disney created Descendants. I feel like, um, oh my god, I feel it'd been really cool. But yeah, I watched a lot of Monster High, a lot of Ever After High when I was a kid. I liked them a lot. I liked it a lot. Watched all the movies. I thought all the character designs too. I always wanted one of their dolls too. I saw like their dolls, like one of their older dolls recently. Okay, it was for a steal, honestly, comparing when you consider the fact that it was one of the original designs, original body designs, along with it had like it was one of their like original dolls from their Gen 1. Which, by the way, if you were to look at now, are priced extremely high. Which is also why I freaking hate. I really want to buy one eventually. Like, I think you can find them on Amazon too, probably if you take a look on Amazon. Amazon. You could probably find one because I think Monster High definitely partnered with them. Yeah, they have some of their collector designs. Specifically, oh my god, they have the 2 doll pack too. Of the Beetlejuice. Oh my gosh. The issue is the price? The prices are... The prices will haunt you more than the dolls. Definitely. But yes, collectors. They had a Morticia Adams. Oh my god. I love Beetlejuice, by the way. They have Collector Alien doll. I looked at the price. I just looked at it. God. That price could... Oh my god. Uh, like, it was like almost $300. I was like, damn. But yeah, low key though, it's so cool. It's super cool. I like that they're doing these. I would honestly love to create a collection of these because like I feel like it would definitely hit like an inner child part of me, and I'd be like, ah, I'd be super excited. It's just like some of them low key though are fine. Like the price. I think the highest priced one that I saw was the alien specific one. But that one makes sense because of the movie and how priced it is. The only thing, and then the other ones kind of make sense. They partnered with Wednesday, the show, and created some dolls based off some of the characters. Beetlejuice makes sense because I think it comes in a pack of 2 due to the design, right? So it makes sense that it's that price. So pricing makes sense for that. I love Beetlejuice, by the way. Beetlejuice is such a good movie. I think I watched the first movie before. I want to watch the second because second movie looks interesting. Second movie looks interesting. I know there's a musical now too. Oh my god. It reminds me of the song. I refuse to say his name 3 times regardless, because I don't need that type of bad juju in my life. it's like when someone doesn't believe in ghosts, but like also you don't want to invalidate, it's like invalidating like the ghost as well. Like I live my life, you live your life, and we kind of like, we don't have a symbiotic relationship, but we kind of like coexist as separate entities, you know? You don't bother me, I don't bother you. And we like let each person go in their own direction. Cause I am not killing with that. Oh my god. Oh yeah, so we were talking about doll sizes before. So speaking of doll sizes, okay, cause my thing is too, if it's like a regular doll size, it doesn't really matter to me. Because like that one's not doing as much damage as a 16-inch, 18-inch doll that's the size of like a baby. Like it's like if you let a baby start walking around. Like I also don't want that type of bad juju in my life. Small dolls, yes. I feel like it's like the difference between having, it's like when people have like monster stuffed animals too. It's like obviously it's like creepy cute. It's creepy cute, but like you can punch it away. It's like unless it has like teeth and stuff in the mouth that actually moves. That's freaky. The thought of that. Ooh, I feel like I would punch it so fast. Like no teeth, but like it could open its mouth and like grab onto you, like a puppet. Ugh, ugh, ugh. That makes me shudder. Oh my god. Oh my god, that makes me shudder at the thought of that ever happening. I have so much too, low key. I probably pat. If I love. If you don't know, I love my stuffed animals. I have a couple sloths. I have a Highland cow, an owl, a snowy owl, I think. A bear. A dog, a cat. One I won in a claw machine. I have two that I wish. I feel like I've kept every one that I could keep, right? Because there are some from my childhood that I couldn't keep. Like one of them got tossed, the other one I gave away. Then the other one, it was like Tweety from Looney Tunes, and its head eventually fell off, and I didn't know how to like stitch it back together, so I eventually ended up like getting rid of it. I wish I could stitch at that time because I would have kept it. It was one of my, I think it was the first one I ever won at a claw machine, especially with how big its head was. It was like basically impossible. I wish I still had it. It was super cute too. It was kind of big too for like a stuffed animal, unless I'm remembering wrong. And then when I was a kid, I used to have this yellow stuffed dog. I've searched for it everywhere. You can't find it anywhere. Can't find it anywhere, which makes me so sad because I don't have any pictures either. I just have this memory of it. Like this really like long memory of it. Which makes me sad sometimes, but it's okay. It was just its time to go, honestly. It was a very cute, like, it was very cute too. It was very cute. I think it's one I had since I was a baby, so I really wanted to, I really wish, I think I would have definitely kept it. I would have definitely kept it. If I could. I wonder why they don't make any of them anymore. I don't think so, because it was when I was a kid, and now I'm like, I'm old. I'm old, so they probably don't make them anymore. And I don't live near the area either, so that doesn't help. But I've kept everyone. I think I try to keep the ones that I've gotten. I've tried to keep as many as I can now. Any ones that I get now, I keep. Oh my god, I keep. I feel like it's like only the ones from my childhood that are really gone, which makes me sad. Cause like, look at it. I feel like it would be like really cute to keep them. Definitely, I would say a uh stuffed animal type of fanatic. I have Stitch. I almost got the girl Stitch, but I didn't want to because the one Stitch that I got was like, when I got it, it was like, you know what? I'll get this. I need this. But then the other one, I was getting it just so that it would have, so that it would match with the other one. And it was, sometimes I regret it, sometimes I don't, because it's just like, I don't miss it because I never owned it. But I missed it because I wish I had it. Yeah. But yeah. Alright. It's getting late for me. It's about time I went to sleep. I'll see you guys today, tomorrow, sometime soon. I'll see you guys tonight. Technically, I might end it tonight. But I'll see you guys later. Good evening. Good morning. Good evening. Good night. I'll see you all soon. And as always, bye bye. Bye bye, my little